Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today we are going to replace the spark plugs on our 10th generation Civic. You'll need a 3/8 ratchet with an extension, a 10mm socket, and a 14mm spark plug socket. And you don't need a 14mm spark plug socket. You could use a regular socket and like a piece of hose, but it's just easier. For $10, go buy the socket. Okay, just save yourself the hassle of dicking around. Okay, buy the socket, you won't regret it. Okay, and then you'll need spark plugs. These are really expensive. These are laser iridium. This one's NGK. You can get Bosch as well. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, and they're expensive. They're like, it was 120 Canadian for those. Oh, and I'm also going to use an air hose to blow the dirt off of this. We don't want any dirt to get in the engine. Take this, we're going to blow around here. So these are your coil packs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Before we take the bolts out, we are going to remove these couplers. So you see how I press here? I press here and it releases the tab there. Press the tab, the release tab, and gently rock it back and forth until you can pull it off, okay? Again, push in this way, push in, press the tab down, release the tab, wiggle it off. Okay, we are going to loosen these off. These are 10mm. Pull them right out. So, it's really easy now. Just pull this out. So, this is your ignition coil. So inspect it to see if there's anything that looks funny on it. If there's any cracks in it, if it's really discolored or anything. This one looks good. So, I'm just going to put that off to the side and inspect each one. That's alright. So your spark plugs are way down inside. See that? See that at all? And a little bit of dirt around those. So I'm going to try to blow the dirt out. This socket is a special socket. It has a rubber boot inside, and to get it all the way in, it stops because there's a rubber boot, so you have to squish it all the way in, and then it will hold it, and it won't fall off. Okay? That's what helps you get the spark plug in and out of your engine. Okay. So, you have to push this down, push it, turn it a little bit until it locks on the spark plug. Make sure you want to loosen it. Okay, and gently remove it. Once it's loose, you can pull it out. Take it out by hand. It's all the way out. There's a lot of threads on these. These are really long. Okay. And then here's your spark plug at the end. Okay. So we are looking for the spark plug. You just see if there's, I don't know if you can really see this or not, but if it's oily or if it's really dark or really light colored. You can check online and see how to evaluate spark plugs, but this one looks pretty good. Like, this one looks very good actually. Alright, so your new spark plugs come, you probably buy them in a 4-pack, looks like this. You take the spark plug out, it has a cover on the end, and that's to keep the gap proper. And the gap on these, I believe, was 0.3, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So just check it with your gauge, and each one should be the same. So to put these back in, put your socket on, put it all the way in. Slowly lower it down carefully, and then gently want to thread it in. Okay. That should turn in really nicely. Okay. Until it stops turning, basically. These guys here, they have this washer. They call this a crush washer. Okay, at the bottom. So when you torque these off, they're going to feel funny because you're actually going to crush it, so it's going to turn and almost torque off, and then it's going to turn some more. So just give this a little tighten. Not much. Okay, and then we'll torque that off after. So, set my torque wrench to 16 foot-pounds. Remember, it's going to crush that washer. It's going to feel a little funny. Okay, you hear it click? Okay, so it's torqued. The next one. It's got to crush the washer, remember? Okay, beautiful. So you're just going to do this slowly. Okay. Okay, and put the coil packs back in, line them up, make sure everything's out of the way, push them all the way in. Okay. You'll set your couplers back up, make sure they click. Just push them in all the way. Alright, do you see this ring here? This metal ring? Because these are potted. Okay, that's an electronics thing. That has that ring there, and that's to prevent this from getting cracked when you install the bolt. So you install the bolt, and when you tighten it up, oops, drop those in the engine. Tighten it up, it won't crack. Okay, let's get a magnet and get that out. Fish that guy out. There we go. All right. So they do have a torque spec, and it's 8.7, which will be very difficult to get with your full-size torque wrench. Let's see. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's how easy it is to replace your spark plugs. It's ridiculously easy. You have to be careful still, obviously, because if you strip the threads on your spark plugs or strip the threads in the cylinder head. That's one of the reasons that these are so long, is because it's going into an aluminum head. Okay, so you don't want to strip it. You want to use the proper torque just to make sure that you don't strip it, because that's really expensive. It goes from a cheap repair to a really expensive repair really quickly if you strip the threads in the engine. Okay, so take your time, do it right. Get a torque wrench, spend a little bit of money, save a lot of money. Okay, in the long run, having tools to do this stuff will save you a fortune. And so I've been doing this and saving money since I was 26 when I bought my first house. Alright, so hopefully this video has helped you out. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and thank you very much for watching.